Hello, welcome to another video. If you have not watched my last video that I posted on Monday about the problems of the current microtransaction and just monetization of Call of Duty and other games going on right now versus what like loot boxes, how they were and everything, I suggest go and watch that first so that this kind of makes sense as it's the second part of my long ramble about the whole situation. And in this video, I literally just spew out my ideas on how I think the industry and Call of Duty as a whole could make it better and not as just greedy in a way in their end. Like returning something to the player and being upfront and transparent more so, I think, is the biggest thing. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoy. Please let me know in the comments what you think of the ideas at all. If you agree with some of it, disagree with all of it, let me know your ideas. I'm open to changing my opinion, but yeah, thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoy the video. So to me, the number one thing that I full-heartedly believe needs to change in the gaming industry as a whole, and it just makes so much more sense. I don't understand how gaming started this and have just collectively made it okay, and no one's ever fought back on it in any way at all. And it's right there in the corner. COD points. Whatever fucking currency the game that you're playing calls it, it's fucking horseshit. It's the stupidest, greedy, consumer unfriendly practice that is in all of these games that you just don't really realize. On the surface, it sounds like it's not that big of a deal. You're spending your actual money, so you are spending real money, and you're getting their currency to spend that currency on the in-game goods. They're making their own middleman in this system, and the only reason that the middleman is there at all is to use fucking shady-ass practices. A battle pass is 1,000, like, let's say it's 1,000 COD points. I don't know, it might be 1,100 or something. I don't know how, not every game does this. The increments that you can buy the certain currencies is specifically so you have to overspend on the one thing you want, so then you have extra in your fucking balance. And you're thinking, oh well, I might as well buy this too, and then you don't have they get you to end up having a little bit extra so that you are literally spending more money than you would have if you would have just purchased the thing you wanted up front. There's no reason that needs to be in any video game. 100% I think every video game, it should be outlawed, in-game currency. Your credit card's already on your system if you want to buy the currency itself. So why can't this bundle right here, instead of saying 2,400 COD points, give me a price tag so I actually can see what amount of money I am spending on that, and I'm spending just that amount rather than whatever the current COD points is, and you don't think how much it is at the time. That's how they get it. That's how they get younger kids and whatever, because they don't know actually how much money it is. Parents won't know exactly how much money it is until they actually do it, and then they're like, oh fuck, actually just kidding, little Timmy, I'm not buying you this because it's $20-something. Why am I spending $20 on a character and 2 guns that you already have but just look different? All games have it. I don't know why it was widespread, just normalized. It seems it's such a bad practice that is overlooked all the time. That's such an easy fix. Just don't let companies create their own invisible currency. So that's the one big overall change in my head that will help Call of Duty and gaming as a whole. Just making it more consumer friendly of, you know how much you're spending, and then you're not being forced to overspend on the things you want. It's not going to happen until they are forced to happen. Politics and video games, it's literally like 10 years difference in where they're at. So I don't think it will happen for fucking 10 years maybe. But I think that is a big thing that could potentially help storefront games, free-to-play storefront. Now, my perfect world on how to fix monetization is very similar to CSGO in certain ways of having loot boxes in game, making them only be purchased by real money, by real currency values, not COD point currencies. Obviously, I have no pay to win shit in the loot boxes. Don't hide new DLC content, no guns, no operators, I get, stuff like that behind specifically a loot box, because that's so fucking stupid. If you're going to have that as a chance, there should be a challenge within the game for people to do in game to unlock it the free way. And then the last little thing that CSGO has is the economy behind it. You'd at least give the consumer an opportunity to get something back for the money that they put into it, is my kind of thought with that. Is if I'm buying a loot box in Call of Duty for, let's say it's $5, okay? And I go and it's rolled and I open it, oh, I got actually a really rare skin on a gun or a knife, whatever, the full CSGO example. I could sell it on the open market for, let's say, $100. And I'm like, I don't really care if I put this knife or I use this knife or anything. I'll take my $95 right now. Sell it, $100 goes onto your account or whatever, and then it gets paid back to you. I think in a perfect world, that would be like the perfect system for Call of Duty and other games to just kind of normalize that way. Be upfront with what are in the loot boxes and your odds, and then give players the chance of getting some sort of return besides the actual fucking cosmetic in the game. If they want to sell it because someone wants to buy it for more, let them. And a little tidbit thing for that makes it hard, but I think they could do it, is if a player wants to go into that experience of the game, they should have to verify their age. Now, it's hard because every age and gambling and everything is different in every country. But where I'm at, I know it's not hard. I know it shouldn't be that hard for them to implement something like that, because the fact that they force you to have an Activision account to play the game at all. So if you want to sell something, a good that you receive from your loot box, you have to have verified your 18 plus or whatever age, whatever, in order to actually sell it. And any sports gambling website or app, they do it extremely efficiently of take a photo of a driver's license or a form of ID, front, back, whatever, and then send it in and they'll verify it. It shouldn't be that hard for Activision to do that. They are bigger than, I'm sure, a lot of different gambling companies out there. They already make you have your own Activision account, so you would literally just be tying the verification to that account. At the end of the day, I don't think it would be that hard for Activision to do that. It's like my little cherry on top to make monetization in Call of Duty the best situation it could be, because the store has just gone to shit. They don't care. They're spitting out the same fucking blueprints as Modern Warfare 2019 with a different color, selling it for however much. Who the fuck's gonna stop them? Nobody, because it's not loot boxes, so they're not fucking cheating us, even though they're still fucking cheating you. And they're charging you fucking double what they should be just for a cherry on top. So that is what it is. But that's me rambling on and on and on about this. I'm sorry, but that's just me rambling about this whole topic. I saw a tweet about loot boxes and how the monetization in Call of Duty right now has gotten pushing its limits, and I sat all weekend sitting there thinking like, yeah man, like it's gotten fucking bad. It's really bad, and loot boxes at the start were not that bad. They just got greedy and fucked it over. What's the perfect world? And to me, the perfect world is having loot boxes, but be forced to actually spend real currency on them, not in-game currency on them. And then being upfront with what you can get and the odds of getting it. Give players the opportunity to sell whatever they get to make some form of profit. And if they buy something that's worth nothing, well, oh well, they didn't. And yes, that's that's gambling, really. At the end of the day, that's pretty much gambling. If you're going to call that gambling, Pokemon cards are kind of gambling in that way. But that's besides the point. I also think that if you're going to interact in that type of area in the game, you should verify a certain age. It is what it is. I don't know. I think the big thing for me is the in-game currency just has to fucking go. It's terrible. But my rambling is done. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Consider subscribing. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've got my camo grind done, so now it's going to be a lot more just fucking spitball ideas type stuff. And let me know in the comments what you think of any of my ideas. I'm fully open to hearing your ideas and other ideas behind what you think could make it better, or what in my perfect idea could go wrong, so that I could maybe change my opinion on that. But whatever it is, just let me know. I'm open to whatever suggestions, good or bad. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.